The following video will introduce you to the basic use and features of the Sony Nex 5 video and stills camera. Turn the camera on using the swivel switch on the top right hand side of the camera. Take photos by pushing the large button in front of this power switch. Record video by using the movie button with the red dot located back from the power switch. Before shooting any footage, you will have to decide what video codec to record in. By default, the camera will be set to record with the AVC HD codec, which can be converted into Apple QuickTime movie files using JCU's version of Final Cut Pro 7. If you are editing with iMovie, you will need to record in the MP4 codec. Ask your journalism lecturer which codec to use for your project. To change the recording codec, hit the menu button and use the jog dial on the back of the camera to select the size menu on the LCD screen. Press down on the jog dial to enter the menu. Scroll down the settings until you find the File Format option under the Movie category. Press down to enter and choose the codec you want to use, pressing down again to lock in your selection. By default, the camera is set in autofocus mode, but there are times you'll want to change the camera to manual focus to ensure foreground objects, like say journalists doing their piece to camera, are in focus rather than the background. For example, in this scene, the camera will tend to focus on the chair in autofocus mode rather than the red coffee mug. To focus on the red coffee mug, we must change the camera from autofocus to manual focus. Enter the camera menu and go to the camera setting. Press down on the jog dial to enter the menu and scroll down to AF/MF Select, short for autofocus and manual focus. Enter and rotate the jog dial to change the setting to MF, manual focus. Now you can manually use the focus ring to focus on individual elements in the frame. When you rotate the ring, the camera will magnify the image by 7 times to help you achieve critical focus. Once you have focus, wait a few seconds and the 7 times magnification will stop and you can begin shooting with the foreground in focus. For improved audio, you can attach the supplied microphone to the top of the camera. Open the accessories port flap on top of the camera and push the microphone into it. Turn the locking wheel clockwise to lock the microphone into place. If you do need to do flash photography, you can also attach the supplied flash into the same accessory port. To tighten the locking wheel, tilt the flash upwards and tighten the wheel from the front of the camera. Your lecturer will advise you on flash photography technique, but to change the flash settings, go to Camera on the camera menu, select and scroll down to Flash Mode. Select and choose the flash mode which best suits your still photo shooting conditions. To change the battery on the Nex 5, open the latch on the bottom right hand side of the camera and slide the blue battery release lever to the right. The battery should spring up, allowing you to insert your spare battery. A fully charged battery will power the camera for about an hour, depending on the age of the battery. The Sony Nex 5 camera is limited to about 20-minute takes of high definition video before the sensor overheats and the camera shuts down. You will need to let the camera cool before shooting again. If you are filming events where the takes will be more than 20 minutes long, you will need to loan a different camera, like the Sony MC50. To connect the Sony Nex 5 to the computer to back up and edit your footage, Take the supplied USB cable and plug the smaller of the two plugs into the top left-hand side of the camera. Plug the larger of the USB plugs into a USB port on your computer.